Hi there, and welcome to Thrill to Build. We're going to be looking at the flagship spaceship from the Ice Planet 2002 theme of 1993, the Deep Freeze Defender. And this thing had some really sweet features, plus a couple of flaws we're going to take a look at in this video. For its time, this was a really cool looking set, and it had a different form than a bunch of the prior predecessors. However, looking back far enough in the LEGO history book, and you can see it shares some characteristics similar to the 1983 Galaxy Commander. Notice the side-by-side cockpits, two sets of wings and an aft cargo area, and a small area in between the cockpits. So the design wasn't totally brand new, but the Deep Freeze Defender took on a whole new dimension. Let's take a look. First, we have the two cockpits, or pods as we'll call them, up front. If you look here, they can be detached, so now you can use one for defending the rest of the ship against the enemy. They were also cool because they were totally self-containing for the occupant. If you look closer, we have a saw blade on one side and a set of skis down at the bottom, one on each side. When we open the hatch, you can see the sloped control panel. This was an exclusive print, only one for the Ice Planet theme. And then you have the Technic skis as well. Surprisingly, the skis don't really touch the ground a whole lot because they have these round dish elements. They slid more on these than the skis, which is really nice. You don't want to damage those a whole lot since they're pretty uncommon elements. Let's move on to the middle section of the ship. Both pods, you're now left with the middle section and the back half of the ship, which is where the rocket bay is, right here in the middle. This part is neat because you see extruding out of the front is the satellite of one of the Ice Planet rockets. If we tilt this printed windscreen back, which this is an exclusive element just for the rocket theme, this dish, or this piece, is really pretty cool because prior to 1989, this windscreen is what all the spaceships used for their hatches. And then after that, they switched over to the hatches that they're using on all these Ice Planet ships and stuff like that now. But anyway, you're not going to find this particular print right here on anything else besides this Ice Planet ship. So we're going to lift this up, and then what we can do is we can actually raise the rocket up right here. Okay, now you want to raise it up with the rocket itself because otherwise it will actually stick with those little studs right there. And now the rocket is in its deployed or ready to deploy state. Okay. Notice the magnet is on it. Now this is so it can be carried by the Commander spaceship, which I'll show you later. And it's also able to be handled by the Ice Station Odyssey space station, or it can be picked up by the ISAT-5 rocket trucks. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and let the rocket deploy. And now that the rocket's gone, we can go ahead and lower this back down. And then lower the windscreen down back as well. So that's pretty much how the center part of the spaceship looks. It's pretty cool as well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take that section off. Now I'm going to show you the back part of the spaceship. Okay, now you have those two hinge elements with arrows right here. You raised those up, and then the rocket base segment was able to separate from the back half of the spaceship. Now you notice there's the single Technic hole right here, and then you have that inverted slope with that black tile right there. This is really pretty cool because what you're able to do is you can take one of the pods and it actually is able to click and slide in, and it will actually connect right there, and then you have another spaceship, which is really pretty nice. It looks like a pretty cool, well-rounded out ship. They did a really good job with that. Yeah, I don't have it actually clicked in right there, but if you rotate it around right there, you'd see it just slide a little bit further back, but it would still look pretty cool. So that's pretty neat. Now, the way the ship actually works, where the Commander ship is located at, you will lift these two rockets up off the back right here. Okay, I'm going to rotate this around a little bit so you can see this. And now there's a garage door right here. Now this is the only flaw that I really wasn't crazy about. Now after a lot of play and wear with this, okay, this actually will raise up right here, and there's where he comes out at. Now if there's a lot of play with this set, what will happen is those bricks will actually start to wear and build up because it is plastic. And those will actually start to I mean, it wears. And whenever I took mine apart and cleaned it and stuff like that, I had to put it back together in the exact right way and the right way it came back apart. Otherwise, they would bind. And I've got a picture I'll show you right here, and you can see also where the bricks actually can come apart and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and take him out of here, and I'll show you him here a little bit closer with his set. The Commander's ship is not really all that big since it must fit into that compartment in the back, but it does have its own set of skis, a printed 2x2 ice planet tile, and a 1x2 ice planet control tile, and a magnet on one side you can use to carry the rocket with. It's also able to be used if you wanted to carry it with one of the cranes at the Ice Station Odyssey, or use it with the rocket truck for some reason. I don't know why you want to really lift it around with that, but you could if you wanted to, I guess. So, kind of a nice little thing. This set came with 3 minifigures, obviously the Commander, a normal Ice Planet minifigure, and it was only one of 2 of the sets, including the base, that came with a female Ice Planet minifigure. They don't have anything printed on their backs, and LEGO at that time wasn't even thinking about second expressions, I don't think. In fact, this is just the second space theme that had printed expressions on their faces at all, so it was kind of a new thing for expressions to even be thought of. But still really a neat thing at the time. Overall, it's just a really sweet looking set. It's got such a flat, almost sports car looking style to it if you look at it at the right angle. I can see why they call this thing the Deep Freeze Defender. It's just such a, no pun, cool looking set. Well, thanks for watching my review here on Thrilled to Build. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel.